Chapter 7. A woman was crying somewhere. He heard it. He couldn't quite get a fix on where it was coming from. He tilted his head. Oh, Louis. Louis was her name. He knew that. He couldn't quite place the face. He turned his head further. A machine was nearby, with large slats on top, whirling. Whirlybird. Helicopter. He remembered that. Very good. Very good indeed. A steady thump. That would be his heart. Sounded like a drum beat. Very good. He remembered that. And the loud rushing noise echoing through his ears? His blood. Blood coursing through veins. His veins. He still retained that. Very good. He was losing a lot, though. He realized this. Even now, his memory was fading. He visualized a small home, a smiling woman and a little boy. Their names were Jan and Jimmy. He wasn't quite sure who they were, but he remembered their names. Very, very good. He was being lifted, or was he flying? No, there were hands around him, lifting him into a stretcher pod. Someone was strapping his good hand down securely. Securely, safely. He took his job to make people safe. That was a good thing. His other arm couldn't be safe, couldn't be tied down securely. His other arm was somewhere else. He stared upward into the blades of the helicopter. A man in white shone a flashlight down into his face. Jesus, I think this guy is still alive. He felt the pod sway and saw the stars come closer. He was definitely flying now, flying high and far and to a land where children never had to grow up or go to school and act like adults. Children, small people, Jimmy. That was the small person's name, Jimmy. It was a good name. It matched the small person's smile. Happy. Jimmy. He could hear a sound. Thup, 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 thup. It wasn't his heart this time. It was the blades of the helicopter as they flew. He could feel his eyeballs bouncing around in their sockets. He was losing control. It didn't matter. There wasn't much to see at this point. Someone wiped the blood off his face. That was nice, but it didn't matter. The blood felt warm. It was good to feel warm. His right arm felt cold, wherever it was. He slowed down his eyeballs and tilted his head. Lights were everywhere. Bright, friendly lights. The lights on the helicopter. The lights of the city below. City. Filled with houses. Houses where people lived. People like Jan and Jimmy. Nice people. Strangers now. Thup, 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 thup. It couldn't be the helicopter anymore. He was inside somewhere. Voices were echoing of something solid. Thup, thup, thup. Had to be his heart. He knew that. Very good. Green walls, yellow lights, concerned faces, low, tense talk. Hospital. That was it. He was in a hospital. He was proud of himself for figuring all that out. People have their hands in him. He's still moving. Sliding doors bang open and closed. Tubes are being stuck into him. Tendrils. He's a squid now. Liquid bubbling nearby. He's under water now. He swims for the surface frantically. Mom is waiting for him. Keep your head above the water. You're going to be all right. Damned straight he was. After all, he was. Whoever. He couldn't remember that one. His name would come to him soon. He knew that. He turned and hit the school bully in the face. The little girl gave him a kiss. He knew her. It was Jan. A little person. There's Jan again, older. She looked so beautiful in that white dress. Man and wife, his wife. Who was he, though? A loud voice crashed through the fog. The dreams shattered. I've got a straight line. Crash cart, 10cc adrenaline. Stand clear. He felt the cold grease on his chest. A surge of electricity slammed into his muscles. There was the ferret-faced thug. Hit him again! Someone screamed. A sudden jolt conjured up the face of the Asian hitman. Another jolt. The farm boy. And another, the black man, and another, the high-foreheaded clown who blew his hand to shreds. His killers. He bade farewell to them all. Only blackness filled his life now. A void. That's it. He's gone. He heard someone say from another planet. Okay, hook him up, patch him up. I'll make the call. The voices went away. All was quiet. All was still. No more thup, thup, thup. Everything just went away. For a while. Then he was aware again. Blackness still enveloped him. Something percolated far, far away. A steady hum. Life jangled through him. Of a sort. He could no longer feel the blood rushing through his veins. He tried to open his eyes. He couldn't feel the lids. He was floating. That was it. He was floating. A flash of white caused his muscles to contract. His body was still beneath him. He tried to get a mental fix on his functions. It was useless. Green lines. A grid. A computer grid. Where was the screen? Was he seeing it? No, he was feeling it, sensing it. A high-pitched squeal caused him to wince internally. Color bars, the kind you see on a television set at 4 in the morning after the tape of the Star-Spangled Banner blipped off, suddenly filled his existence. The colors faded and changed hues. They bounced. They zigzagged all around him in a swirl. Then they were gone. And he missed them. Snap. Blackness. Shit! Someone whispered. Snap. He was out of the darkness now, in a hospital. Human forms hovered above him. He saw beyond them. High-tech equipment everywhere. Corporate heaven? Wait. Something was wrong. The figures were in black and white. He had to be hallucinating. A giddy feeling rumbled through his brain. He wanted to laugh. He was caught in an old movie, perhaps. A movie from the 1930s. He tried to smile. He wasn't sure if he still had a mouth. He felt nothing. Not good. Are we locked in? One of the white faces said. Suddenly, the white face was pink, pinker, bright red. He heard a snap. Darkness again. The hum in the background enveloped him, bathing him in a calm, relaxed aura. He was asleep, yet fully awake. The humming noise kept him company. A fog enveloped him, clouds of swirling thoughts. He saw a beautiful woman and a boy. They had no faces. They were fading fast. What were their names? Whose names? He didn't remember. What was happening? Time had come to a stop. Click, click, click. The humming grew louder. Not threatening, dominant now. The hospital room, the lab room, was back. Three-dimensional, living color. A skinny, nervous man bounced on the balls of his feet above him. A black man in a suit was there too. They were moving their lips. Sound was coming from them. What was this called? What were they doing? Speech. Did he remember that? Speech. Very, very good. A white coat talked to them both. Mr. Morton, Mr. Johnson, glad to have you here. We were able to save his left arm. Arm? The fidgety man wasn't pleased. What? I thought we agreed on total body prosthesis. Lose the arm, okay? The speaker stared down at him. Can he understand what I'm saying? A voice from beyond replied, It doesn't matter. We're going to blank his memory anyhow. Memory? Did he remember that? Morton turned to his associate. I think we should lose the arm. What do you think, Johnson? Johnson shrugged. He signed the release forms when he joined the force. Legally, he's dead. We can do pretty much what we want. Morton walked away. Great. Lose the arm. Another voice. Okay, shut him down and prep him for surgery. Click. Darkness. Can you bring the system up for a minute? I gotta check something. The words became garbled. The voices fell away under the spell of the constant humming. He relaxed, allowing himself to fall into the strange sensation that had taken him over. When? Why was it strange? This was life. This was existence. Wasn't it? Click. The lab once again materialized from the void. Morton, Johnson, two white suits. Two new, dark suits. The two dark suits fed words to each other. The white suits made noises among themselves. Volley after volley of word sounds. He had trouble hearing the words. He didn't understand them, but realized they dealt with his existence, somehow. Our studies have shown the importance of human recognition factor in the acceptance of authority, said one dark suit. Thanks. Let's test the neural connectors before we lock down the joint, babbled a white blur. We're getting into shaky legal territory here. It's not clear what the legal ramification would be if a former associate were to recognize the deceased. Dark Blur pointed out. Morton interrupted. Look, he's a law enforcement product. He should look like a tough son of a bitch. A flash of light nearby. Two white suits conferred. Where's my laser ratchet? If I'm going to slice, I'll need my laser ratchet. Use mine. I think the air conditioner guy borrowed yours yesterday. God damn it! Those things don't grow on trees, you know? Hey, Arnie, give me a DDQ, 4 amps over. Watch his head. Okay, tilt back. Careful. Right there. Don't worry about the S-series. It's a temporary patch. Words. Sing-songish noises. Blending, forming a melody. Silly. Hum. Flash. A mechanical hand appeared before him. The fingers flexed back and forth, open and shut. Silly. He wanted to laugh. A mechanical hand, like a toy. A toy. Did he remember that? No, he didn't think so. Darkness, then lines, grids, target sites, numbers, more numbers. Maps of city streets, legal codes. Hum. He was quite enjoying all this. What a show, what a grand, glorious show. How was this hallucination accomplished? He wasn't seeing this, yet he was registering it all, ingesting it. Wonderful things. He sighed, almost missing the sing-songish forms in the black and white suits who flung their words meaninglessly around him. Crash. What? A high-pitched voice. Come on, let's turn him on. A female voice. Female. A woman. Different than a man, yet the same. Did he remember that? He didn't know. Everything was new. Everything was odd. He should have panicked. But what was panic? Something he might have known once, yet now the word sounded empty, meaningless. Empty. Hollow. That was it. He was hollow. Something jolted. A white form floated above him. Long hair, ugly blue streaks around its eyes. Lips painted bright red. Breath smelling of... Numbers and words flashed over her form. 90% alcoholic substance imported from Russia. Vodka. A woman, inebriated. Blood alcoholic content above legal percentage. Should she be driving? How did he know that? Did he remember that? More staggering white forms beyond her. A male face, directly in front of his. Hey, he's looking at us! White forms all around him. Glasses filled with liquid, raised in a toast, blowing into hollow, reedy metal tubes. Noisemakers. Did he remember that? The woman leaned forward, her lips parted. Her lips on his... flesh? Startling feeling. A woman and a child vanishing in the background of his mind. No faces, no names. Never a part of his existence. Sensory jolts exploded all around him. Alcoholic breath, cheap perfume, electrical currents, a voice laughing over him. Happy New Year, Robocop! So that was it. He was a cop, a good cop. Did he remember that? Good. Very, very good. Click. Darkness.